I can understand not always being tactful or maybe being excited or maybe being upset when people do not want to even think about racism, white supremacy. The most important thing that you can do is to know there's a reason for the opposition to understanding it. I don't know whether you're talking about people who classify themselves as white or whether you're talking about people of color. But if people who classify themselves as white, they do not want to focus on racism, white supremacy. That's been my experience. Even the most liberal don't really want to focus on racism, white supremacy when it gets into a close examination of white collective and white individual behavior. So if you expect that, if you expect to run into that and decide that you are going to practice being as calm and as possible in stating what you understand and what you believe to be the case. And sometimes I've said to students who are in school, if they say, well, I'm working on my master's degree or I'm working on giving a paper and I want to use your understanding of racism, white supremacy. And sometimes I've said, ask the instructor, is it all right if you were to write from that particular point of view? And if the instructor says, no, your dissertation will not be accepted if you write from this point of view, I advise the student to say, fine, I will have to do that on my own. That if their goal is to get a credential, then you get your credential and then you can have a degree of more freedom to write about what you think and to write books and to write articles from your vantage point. But don't necessarily anticipate that it is going to be accepted. I heard a white lawyer say in relationship to talking about racism and the law, this person said that there is justice and there is the law, and the two are not necessarily the same thing. You see, in the system of racism, white supremacy, the law moves in the direction of supporting the system. The laws are structured, the language is structured so as to be able to be manipulated to support the system of racism, white supremacy, not to support its undoing. And so that's laws being structured to support the system of racism, white supremacy. Justice is something else. And so this may be the contradiction that you are experiencing, but I would say just be knowledgeable about this. In a system of racism, white supremacy, the laws are going to support the system of racism, white supremacy. And if you are in the position to counter that pattern of thinking and that pattern of logic, then you can speak to it, but anticipate that it's going to be there.